Hello, friends. Let me ask you a question. Has anthropology ever hardcore played you? You know Anthropologie, that really cute and kind of expensive store that we all like to browse on our phones or on the computer, looking at their stuff, just wanting it, sometimes building up the courage to order something, only to later be notified that your order has been canceled. They played you. They played you. The one time you're going to order something from their expensive ass store and they denied you. Well, if that has been you, today I am going to offer other sufferers of Anthropologie's very poor inventory management system. I'm going to offer you a way to get yourself a really cute pair of earrings that are inspired by Anthropologie, and you're going to be able to make them yourself. How about that? For cheaper than what you would have paid Anthropologie for. A little bit of elbow grease will be required, but at least you'll know that you'll be able to wear the damn earrings this year, right? Let's get started. All right, future Nicole, take it away and tell the people what they will need to make these earrings. Okay, to get started, the first thing that I did was to choose 2 wooden circles out of this pack that has all of these other different shapes. And I also chose the lightest pink flowers out of this pack. I chose the circle size that I thought would be the best match for the size of the flower. Next, I took off the little green wire that was attached to each flower to make it flat to glue to the wooden base. Now I'm going to paint each of the wooden bases with this little shimmery pink paint. I bought paint that would match the flowers, and I'm going to use this foam brush and this old takeout container top for the paint. I'm also going to use this tool to punch a hole at the top of the wooden base to have a place to hook the earring hook. And I'm going to use this tool to manipulate the wire that you'll see later. This is the wire that I'm going to use to attach the earring hook to the wooden base. This is the first time I've made earrings, so this was a rookie mistake, but my wire does not match my earring hooks, so you'll see that later. I'm also going to use those little beads you just saw, and these are my earring hooks. So you can see here that the earring hooks are silver and the wire is gold. So when you make your own, just make sure that the wire and the earring hooks match. I'm also going to use this glue gun and these glue sticks to adhere the flowers to the wooden base. And as you can see, I'm working on top of an old Amazon box just to protect my table. The first thing I'm going to do is use this tool to punch a hole at the top of each of the wooden bases. I'm also going to use this little tool to measure from the top of the wooden base to where the hole is going to be. And I'm also going to use it later to measure the gold wire length. I'm going to use this ink pen to make a small mark where I will punch the hole for the earring. I'm going to just use the little circle at the top of this tool as a guide to where to place the circle, where I'm going to use it as a guide to punch. This was my first time making an earring. as I said before. So one thing that I learned here is to just make sure that the hole is perfectly centered. So the first earring that I made, the hole isn't perfectly centered, but I learned from this mistake, and the second one, the hole was perfectly centered. So think about how the earring is going to hang from your ear and how it needs to be centered in order to hang and kind of move properly. Now I'm using the punch tool to punch out the hole at the top. And these little wooden bases are very thin, as you can see, so this was very easy to do. Punching out the second one. Now I'm using this little tool to open up the hook on the earring hook where you can attach the wire that will attach to the rest of the earring. So this was a learning process. I had to learn how to hold the tool, how to manipulate the very small little wire here in order to not break it, but to open it up. But if you use these type of earring hooks to make these earrings, you will very quickly see in real time what I am doing and why it's important to be very careful. So when you do this, be very careful. Here I'm learning that this hook is not big enough to go into that hole and then into my earring. So this is where I'm learning that I am going to use this gold wire to attach the earring to the earring hook. Now I'm using the ruler tool to measure out 6 inches of the gold wire. I'm using the wire cutting tool to cut the wire at 6 inches. This was very easy to do with that little tool. And now I'm going to fold it in half. I fed one side of the folded wire through the hole in the earring base. After figuring out the wire situation, I then moved on to painting the wooden bases. I painted both sides and the rim of each wooden base. After I let the wooden bases dry, I then attached the gold wire to the earring hook. I then threaded the crystal beads onto the gold wire that's attached to the earring hook. And then I made a loop. It's a little hard to see, but I made a loop with the gold wire to secure the beads in place. So I twisted it around and then made a loop. You can see the loop here. It's actually more like a knot, maybe. But you very gently pull the gold wire. After you've looped it, pull it to make like a little knot so the beads will stay at the top. And then I stretched out the gold wire that's left at the bottom and cut both pieces to be the same length. So you can see here that they are not the exact length. So I'm squeezing the wire to make it lay flat against each other, and then just to snip off the excess part. And I was very careful to throw away these tiny little pieces of gold wire because they can get on the floor and you can step on them. If you have a kid, I'm sure that they can eat them or something. So be very careful because they're very small and delicate. Next, I threaded both pieces of the gold wire through the hole at the top of the wooden earring base. And I just wrapped it around itself to secure it. I used these little small tweezer type tool, the tweezer type tool, to carefully wrap the wire around itself to make sure that it was secure and that the earring would not fall apart. And this is how it looks so far. Next, I'm going to glue the artificial flower to the earring base. And that's the last part. You have to snip off any part of the flower that will make it hard for it to lay flat against the base. So I'm just doing that here. It's like the plastic stem of the flower. So you just need to snip off that small little part. Make sure to test out where the flower is going to go in the middle of the earring base. And you may have to adjust the wire a little bit to make sure that the earring is hanging the way you want. Apply a generous amount of hot glue on the back of the flower, and then affix it in the center of the pink circle of the earring base. Hold the flower down very firmly for a few seconds to give the hot glue time to dry. And then repeat this process to make your second earring. All right, my friends, so I have finished both earrings. So you can see, here they are. I am very proud of these. These are the first pair of earrings that I've ever made in my whole life. So I am very proud of how they turned out. They don't look exactly like the Anthropologie ones, so I'm going to call this video Anthropologie Inspired. There you go. There we go. How cute! I'm very excited about these. These are cute. I'm very proud of these. And look, they're like nice little cute earrings that you can make for any upcoming like Easter events. I know it's January when I'm shooting this, but when I was in the Michaels today, they did already have out Easter stuff, Valentine's Day stuff. So if you're interested in like making some cute little custom jewelry to go with your Easter outfit, or some cute little earrings for your kiddos that like to wear earrings, this is so cute. These, so the first one took me maybe 30 minutes or so, but I had never made an earring before ever in my life. So that's why. The second one took maybe 8 minutes to make. So once you get your process down, it'll be very easy to replicate it and make as many earrings as you want. And look at these. Come on, guys, come on. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content related to DIYs, wellness, mental health, and just some crazy stuff that I might want to post whenever, please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe, please. And I will see you in the next video. And maybe I'll be wearing these earrings. Bye.